Let our hearts come together. Listen to the quiet callings. Now's the time as we gather for the quiet calling Vespers, for the quiet calling Vespers. Oh, we gather, we gather, we gather as our hearts join and we listen for the quiet callings of Spirit on this our autumn gathering, aligned with the four seasons of the day. As we have moved through the spring of our morning into the summer of our day, and now we gather for a vespers of breath and heart. Breathe in now and feel with your whole being the quiet calling, the quiet calling, as we together journey. Come, come, take my hand as we together journey.
Welcome to Quiet Callings. We're glad you took this time for your spirit. During our time together, please allow yourself to fully enter into this space, setting aside the tasks and the trials of the day, unhooking the garment of busyness, and being in this moment with your mind, body, and spirit. Feel free to light a candle at your table to reflect a joy or sorrow you bring into this circle, or someone to whom you wish to offer some healing. Welcome. Our opening words are from the Reverend Leslie Takahashi. How do we keep our hearts connected? In these fearful times, these anxious times, how do we honor the connections that hold us to this spinning earth and all its trails? How do we honor those who anchor and support us? How do we allow our tired hearts to sing, to hope, to reach out, to connect? How do we step into trust with a universe so fickle and perverse? How do we take small actions each day to ensure the pulsing center of our life is sustained? How do we honor our efforts to keep our hearts connected?
Breathe in with me this breath of life and allow us to be joined in oneness. Breathe in with me this breath of life and allow us to be connected in this perfect moment. In this perfect moment, breathe in with me and allow us to be fully connected. Breathe in. Breathe in. May we erase for this perfect moment all except this perfection. May we know that we are bathed in the warmth of the breath of love. May we know that in this perfect moment there exists the fullness of wonder. May we be in gratitude for this perfect moment. Breathe in with me and be in this perfect moment, in the fullness of our oneness, in this perfect moment. Kulele amola. I am one with you in this perfect moment. Breathe in with me, and together we'll fill our hearts with love.
Howard Thurman writes, "How good it is to center down, to sit quietly and see oneself pass by. The streets of our minds seethe with endless traffic.
Our spirits resound with clashings, with noisy silences, while something deep within hungers and thirsts for the still moment and the resting lull.
With full intensity we seek, ere the quiet passes, a fresh sense of order in our living.
A direction, a strong, sure purpose that will structure our confusion and bring meaning in our chaos.
We look at ourselves in this waiting moment, the kinds of people we are. The questions persist. What are we doing with our lives? What are the motives that order our days?
What is the end of our doings? Where are we trying to go? Where do we put the emphasis, and where are our values focused? For what end do we make sacrifices?
Where is my treasure and what do I love most in life? What do I hate most in life and to what am I true? Over and over the questions beat in upon the waiting moment. As we listen, floating up through all the jangling echoes of our turbulence,
There is a sound of another kind, a deeper note which only the stillness of the heart makes clear. It moves directly to the core of our being.
our questions are answered, our spirits refreshed, and we move back into the traffic of our daily round with the peace of the eternal in our step.
How good it is to center down. How
How
good it is
good
to
to
center down.
center down. We will now take about a couple of minutes of shared silence. During this time, we invite you to allow yourself to center down and situate yourself in that deep place within, that place of silence and honesty, courage and love. Our silence will be broken with a peace chant ending with Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Let us enter the silence together. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om
Om.
Shanti Shanti Shanti. Perhaps the World Ends Here by Joy Harjo is a meditation about the cycle of life and the moments where we slow down and take stock of our days, our years. She writes, "The world begins at a kitchen table. No matter what, we must eat to live.
The gifts of earth are brought and prepared and set on the table. So it has been since creation, and it will go on.
We chase chickens or dogs away from it. Babies' teeth at the corners. They scrape their knees under it.
For it is here that children are given instructions on what it means to be human. We make men at it, we make women.
At this table we gossip, recall enemies and the ghosts of lovers. Our dreams drink coffee with us as they put their arms around our children. They laugh with us at our poor falling down selves and as we put ourselves back together once again at the table.
This table has been a house in the rain, an umbrella in the sun. Wars have begun and ended at this table. It is a place to hide in the shadow of terror, a place to celebrate the terrible victory.
We've given birth on this table and have prepared our parents for burial here. At this table we sing with joy, with sorrow. We pray of suffering and remorse. We give thanks.
At this table we sing with joy, with sorrow. We pray of suffering and remorse. We give thanks. Perhaps the world will end at the kitchen table while we are laughing and crying, eating of the last sweet bite.
Perhaps the world will end at the kitchen table while we're laughing and crying, eating of the last sweet bite. The Reverend Leslie Takahashi writes, within our own life, we are the sowers and we are the ones to reap.
We are the ones to prune and pluck, to gather and garner.
We are the ones who choose what we will nurture and what we select from the fruits of the harvest.
Though our inner gardens may be surrounded by weeds and barren earth, we have the power to cultivate a richer soil.
And when we bring our armfuls, our harvest to one another, we offer one another a sense of the bounty still possible.
So let's gather and bundle, replant and reseed.
In this new season, we cultivate the possible.
In this new season, we cultivate the possible. Sede kuleyai, sede kuleyai, sede kuleyai. I breathe with you, I breathe with you. Sede kuleyai, sede kuleyai, sede kuleyai. I breathe with you, I breathe with you. This breath, this healing breath, this life source, this universal connector, this one thing that all humanity shares, the breath of life itself. Sede kuleyai, sede kuleyai, sede kuleyai. I breathe with you, I breathe with you, my brothers and my sisters. When the trials and tribulations of the day seem to tell our minds that we are divided. This is what the ancestors say. Breathe into your heart and remember that you are of one breath, sustained in each moment by Cedar. Cedar Kuleyaim, Cedar Kuleyaim, Cedar Kuleyaim. I breathe with you, I breathe with you. I know that through breath, life is given all creation. I know that through breath, we are blessed. So may we in this autumn of the day close our hearts and with our breath say, I deepen into my heart in the one breath of Cedar, Cedar Kuleyaim, Cedar Kuleyaim. Of the sweet heart of humanity, I breathe with you, I breathe with you. Of the sweet heart of humanity, I breathe with you, I breathe with you. Cedar Kuleyaim, Cedar Kuleyaim, Cedar Kuleyaim. I breathe with you, I breathe with you.